everyone, welcome back to another video, and this is going to be another update for the special site for 6.3. I can't believe that we're only days away from it, finally. I just can't wait. I saw the trailer and I'm so excited. There's going to be so much to do, but like I promised, we are going to be keeping up with the updates, so let's not waste any more time. So, patch 6.3 special site has been updated with new information regarding the deep dungeon Eureka Orthos, somehow Further Hildibrand Adventures, the continuation of the Manderville weapon saga, and the Loporrit tribal quest, not to mention extra tidbits on new custom delivery quests, the new course in Leap of Faith, and more. So it's a little unusual that we're still getting such major updates when we are just literally right around the corner from 6.3, but hey. So we're heading off to the special site right now, so there's tons of stuff to look forward to already. Okay, so first off, I do want to mention they did add a couple new pictures for Myths of a Realm. So we have an image of Halone in the Heaven of Ice, which is drop dead gorgeous, I might add, as well as the gear that we're going to be able to win from this. And it's much more ethereal. You can actually see what looks like bits of crystal or even like frost just kind of sticking to the clothes. It's gorgeous. Like, if there's one thing I learned about doing Myths of a Realm, they have some of the best rewards, like the best equipment here. So I'm really looking forward to that. But let's go ahead and move straight on to the new updates. So here we are, Eureka Orthos. In the late 3rd Astral Era, when the ancient Allegan Empire was at its zenith of its glory, researchers toiled deep under the Crystal Tower to uncover secrets which might uplift their motherland to even greater heights. The laboratory was dubbed Eureka Orthos, where impossible concepts of immortality, cloning, and domination over the divine were made reality. So fantastic was this research that the legend of Eureka has endured through the ages, and now falls to the star's foremost adventurer to bring the laboratory's buried secrets into the light of day. So I was really convinced when I saw the name Eureka that it had something to do with the Eureka that we explored with Cryo, but that does not seem to be the case here. Which does make sense because that Eureka was actually named after this one. So it's all going to be Allegan themed, and as you can see, there's definitely some Allegan machines wandering about. So it's definitely going to be something really interesting to see. And I'm really curious if G'raha actually knew about all of this, like from a long time ago, like, because he was the guardian of the Crystal Tower, and I guess he still is in a way. But I'm sure that he's going to have a great explanation to what's going on here. Next up, we have somehow Further Hildibrand Adventures. I honestly have no idea who this person is. I'm guessing it's a Rogadin, but that's all I know for sure. After enduring a series of surreal misadventures on the moon, Inspector Hildibrand has made it back to the star's surface. He and his eclectic crew launch themselves directly into the search for Master Poo-Poo's missing companion, an endeavor which attracts the attention of old acquaintances, both affable and aggravating. Not sure what that means. I have a few very creative ideas. We just have the one picture with Hildibrand and Nashu and our Rogadin acquaintance. No idea who it is, but I'm sure that's going to be hilarious, like it always is. Speaking of hilarity, we have Weapon Enhancement Quest Manderville Weapon, so this is part 2. Lord Godbert has been diligently deciphering his ancestors' manual in a bid to recreate the magnificent Manderville weaponry. Though stimped by cryptic code for some time, the key to advancing the augmentation process is finally in his well-manicured hands. So, to be honest, I'm kind of afraid of what step 2 is going to involve, because we saw some strange pictures, including Geralt here. Looks like being abused, if I had to guess. And I mean, it's Godbert. Like, you can't expect anything normal with Godberts. Hopefully the weapons are going to look badass, so we'll put up with any kind of hilarity from that family. Oh boy, this is going to be fun, because it's not Godbert, but it's close to it. We have the tool enhancement quest for Splendorous tools. So, emergent from a hermit-like existence at the bottom of the Tempest, a legendary craftsman makes his triumphant return home. The crystalline mean provides the stage for a new saga of splendid tools and ardent artisans. And you can actually see the Warrior of Light, dressed to the nines as a crafter, and clearly wondering, what did he get himself into this time? But this is going to be enhancing our tools for all of our crafting and gathering classes, and I'm really excited the fact that we're going back to the first. We really don't seem to have many reasons to visit the first anymore, so that's kind of... it's a nice change of pace. It really is nice to be able to have reasons to go back to the first other than from just sightseeing. Oh boy, and speaking of crafting, we have the Loporrit tribal quest, and as you can see, this looks like a lot of fun. It's really adorable looking and kind of reminds me of modern day malls, and I don't know, what the heck are they doing? With the moon no longer needed for interstellar evacuation, miated tiny voices cry out for a new purpose. Fortunately for the erstwhile starship crew, their own Dreamingway has no little experience in fretting over such matters, and is determined to help each and every Loporrit find their way. If you're wondering who Dreamingway is, he's a Loporrit that has a small series of quests that you can complete on the moon, and basically he's trying to figure out what his dream is, just what his new purpose is, because he's just not sure of who he is. But yeah, it looks like we're going to be helping all of his other fellow Loporrits try to entice visitors from Aetheris to visit the moon. Not sure what this is about, but something tells me it's going to be hilarious, just like Hildibrand. I have a feeling it's going to be a lot of laughing, a lot of humor in this particular patch. At least everything aside from the main scenario, because I have a feeling that's going to be pretty depressing. Alright, next up we have custom deliveries with Andin. I honestly have no idea who this guy is. Apparently neither do the Pixies, but I do love that we get to see Fair Ol again. In the flowering fields of Ilmeg stand the Leafmen, erstwhile mortals who now spend their days as topper-tree bushes generally do, in quiet contemplation. However, Liadradrian's status quo is shaken to its roots when the Pixies discover a highly irregular shrubbery in their midst. Eotwi is quick to identify him as Andin. But who is this lump of leaves anyway, and why won't he stop talking? I have a feeling that it's going to be a big surprise when we do figure out who this guy is. That's my best bet. It is very interesting though, I'm not gonna lie. Very interesting that we not only get to go back to Ilmeg, another reason that we get to go back to the first, but we get a talking bush. Okay, and next up we have the new Leap of Faith course. I was wondering when we were going to get another one of these. So we actually saw a little bit of this during the last live letter, where we have Yoshi P jumping around from these different platforms and mushrooms in Gridania, or rather the East Shroud. So this is clearly Sylph themed. I guess this is just the first step of introducing new friendships with the Beast Tribe. So I think it's only natural that we start with the Sylphs first. So we have a couple pictures as well. So it's pretty big, just like all the others. And it's going to be taking place right in the very treetops. From the depths of the Black Shroud comes a lofty challenge to those who had reached the heights of athleticism. Will you be the first walking one to ascend as sprightly as a sylph? Probably not, no. I'm terrible with Leap of Faith, so I predict a lot of pain for me. So that's pretty much more or less, other than the few miscellaneous things we have, such as the new mounts. So we did have an example of different mounts from the last letter from the producer, so this is actually just a clearer picture of those. One of them is this brightly colored elephant, which I'm guessing is going to be coming from either the new treasure vault, or it's going to be one of the several different rewards that we get from doing the Loporrits. Judging from the fact that we're on the moon, and it does have the rabbits like emblem on its head. I'm guessing it's going to be the reward for the Loporrits. The second one is a blimp, which is really cool. It does remind me of something that we saw back in Yulemore. I'm not sure if we are going to be getting the reward from there, but I'm sure we'll get to it eventually. And finally, we have the new minions. 2 of them here. Oh, and I just love him. It's a little corgi. Give it enough time, I'm sure we're going to get like a whole pack of different dogs that we can add to our collection. So yes, we have both a corgi and a very unique one in the form of a little ghost. I don't know what's underneath it. I'm guessing it's a void sense. But anyway, that's it for right now. That's everything that we know so far for the upcoming patch of 6.3. So that is just a few days away. So if you have any last minute preparations before the patch comes out, I suggest that you do it now. Everything will be shutting down for maintenance, I'm pretty sure, by the end of Sunday. And everything by Monday is going to be completely shut off for 6.3 as it prepares to upload everything. But otherwise, thank you all so much for watching. Once again, this is Fantasy Girl signing out.